everybody, welcome back. TechKingGames once again, and you guys might have guessed by the title of the video, this is finally Redstone House version 2. It's almost been a year, actually probably been more than a year since I released the original version of the Redstone House. And now a lot of the things that I used inside of that are broken, and they don't work very well in the newest versions of Minecraft, as well as the fact that I feel like I could do a lot better now. So, I want to show you guys, this is Redstone House V2. My little dock here. And you'll notice you don't see anything here. So we gotta go ahead and drive over to it. Now you won't see anything, and for the most part it is kind of hidden. I did kind of make some things visible because I thought it'd be kind of cool. So you can see along here, nothing. But you might notice coming up here that and this waterfall might look a little abnormal. I don't know if I made it look pretty good. But this waterfall is the main entrance to the base. So, one of the really cool things is, the second we get close to it, it'll start opening up that waterfall for us and splitting it in half. Now, obviously, this is done, boat's so hard. This is done with the use of command blocks, and this is one of the 3 times within the house that I use command blocks. Now, I didn't feel this was a huge deal, as it's just kind of a little aesthetic thing, not a huge, like, advantage that it gives you or anything. It's just kind of something cool that I really wanted to implement, which I thought was cool. So, sorry, use command blocks. I know it's not, vanilla Minecraft really type stuff, but I thought it was justified to an extent. This is the second place where I use command blocks. This is a cool little elevator. Start walking towards it. It'll open up for you. And then you get in, and it'll close it all up for you. And, yep, you're kind of locked in here now. You can't open it back up. But, go ahead and press this button here, and we'll start traveling down through the levels within the house, and this door will open when we get down here. You notice we walk away from it, it'll close itself back up, and it works like the other door. Alrighty, so this is the house itself. Now, I didn't spend too much time in the decorations and whatnot. I mostly spent time on making it really, really awesome, adding really cool things that I could find and think of. So, there's just a little circular room here. I don't know, couches and a floating chair. I went for the quartz and glowstone design. Also want to mention that I have got the 2013 Minecon cape because tomorrow I'm heading to Minecon, recording this on Thursday, even though it's not uploaded for a little bit longer after that. And also I am now using TechKingGames because it matches my YouTube, and before I had caught like 500, but I decided to change over. So, awesomeness for that. Alrighty, let's go ahead and get into this. Sorry, sidetracked. So this is the farming kind of area thing. This first thing up is the Synchronized furnace array by Tango Tech on YouTube. You notice if I took anything from anyone else, not taken, but if I got the idea from anyone else, I gave them a little credit there. That was one thing people got mad at me about for my last one, and I'm sorry. I did put them in the description box, but I guess in the game it has to be enough. So Tango Tech, thank you. He's really awesome, got some cool designs. So this is from him. So the way this works is we go ahead and we put our resources in here. You notice all of them are fueled up, indicated by that light right there. It'll let you know they're all full. But we'll go ahead and put a block in here. Let's say we want to put some iron ore in here. Put it all in, and then once it gets evenly distributed through the hopper system, these all will turn on at once and cook it all. That means up to 15 times faster than normal. You notice this one's out for some reason. Sometimes it glitched up a little bit, but it's okay. 15 times faster than normal if they're all working properly. And so that's that, and the light's still on, which means they're all full. You can add fuel into here, so you just add a stack of coal here, and then it'll fill it up as it needs to. I'm not sure why this one's not working, though. A little weird. Alrighty, so right now we're in auto collect mode, which means they're all going to go into this chest right here. But if we get out of auto collect mode, that means that when they're done cooking, they will stay right in that furnace, and then you have to shift click them out to get your XP. Now, the one difference between this is you can't cook a million different things at a time. It'll get just stuck until you take these out. So, yep, there is everything that has been cooked up, and it's all good. And 64 should be here by the time it's all processed through the system. Alrighty, that is that. Clear this away, and let's go to the potion making room. This is another thing throughout the house that was made by another person. This is ThirstyVirus1 on YouTube. And this is a really cool system. I modified it just a little bit, not really that much. That one I modified a bit as well. But this one I modified just a little bit. So the way this works is you select the modifiers you want. So I want to make it a splash potion, I want increased duration and increased potency, and I want a swiftness potion. You'll see that we'll get it all into the system here, and they'll be ready to deposit them into here so that it can cook it all up in proper order and everything. So we'll leave this to here, and let's go ahead and take a look at this over here. This is the Enchantment Room, just a little thing I threw together real quick, not a huge big deal, but basically if you want to enchant and you want level 1 through 9, select that switch, it'll pop this out, turn on the light and close this down, and you can then go ahead and take something to enchant. And you get levels 1 through 9. So there's a 9 in there somewhere, guys. You just have to find it. Yeah, there you go. So level 1 through 9. Next up is 4 through 20. So we'll close it all up and then open it up again. This back one will pop out. And then we've got up to level 20 here. Alrighty. Then we got 5 through 30. It'll pop out these two. And we've got up to 30. There's a 30 in there, guys. Promise. Now, one cool thing about the system is that if you do select more than one, it's not going to mess it up. So say we pop this one out. And we want to pop this one out. It is going to work. And it'll just pull that one back before putting that one in. Same thing for this. They all just work well together. And there's no issues with it. Very nice. Alrighty. Let's go back over here and check on our Swiftness Potion. So you'll see here. We added everything but the increased potency. So we'll see here. And there we go. We got our speed 2 potions. Nice. Alright, I'm going to make, real quick, a invisibility potion, which is night vision but corrupt. And we'll make it a splash potion, why not? So press that button, and the system will start brewing it once again. But for now, we won't take a look at that. Let's go ahead and over here. This is a similar system that I had in my last redstone house. It calls up a minecart when you step on this plate. And it takes about 6 or 7 seconds for each individual stop. On the last one, it kind of took a while because it went through the entire system. This time, it goes directly from the train station to you. So it's really cool. Go ahead and place them in here. And anywhere through the house you find one of these, it will be called with the same minecart, and you can get your items. So it'll go back into the system. And we'll go ahead and take a look at the invisibility potions here. We're just making an awkward potion now. I'm going to make it a night vision potion here. You guys might notice this will be quite a bit of a extensive video, and I do apologize for that. There's just a lot of stuff to cover within the redstone house that I really want to show you guys. Alrighty, so here we go. You'll see we get the invisibility potion. Ready? There we go. Take that out of there. Alrighty, so we'll put this all into the system, and then we'll head on to the farming district. Come on, get over here. Alrighty. Close that away, and let's get going to the farming area. Farming area is pretty extensive. It's one of the most extensive places within the house, because farming is an important thing for surviving. So the first off here, we have our mob grinder. This mob grinder will spawn them in a room over here. It'll pull them up and then drop them down blocks, and if it's on this mode, it will kill them. Items will go into the drop hoppers, and then they'll go to here. If you do not have this mode, this block will pull out, this will come down, and then when you kill them, or when they fall down, they'll be on 1 or 2 hearts, and you can 1 or 2 punch them so that you get the XP for it. Like that. Oh, he even dropped his bow, which is nice. We'll get that in here in a second. Put that up there for now. You'll see we get the bow. Power 1 bow. Very, very nice. Very cool. Alrighty. So when he drops here, let's see. Hello. There we go. He will fall to his death and drop his items in here. Now, if they do not survive like this, normally they do not survive, but if they do survive, there's this thing here of keeping them from running around your house. And, yep, that is that area. The villager trading section was created by Tango Tech on YouTube once again. He's really cool, so he did this as well. This is the breeder and the trading system itself. Basically, you get your trades in here. If you do not like the trade, you go ahead and push this button here. The breeder is going to always be making villagers, and when there's a slot available, eventually they're going to go along this conveyor belt in rotation, and then eventually they will be dropped into here once they are done. That is that. Alrighty, now here we have another one of these sections. You guys can see here real quick that the chest that comes is going to be the same one as the one over there. Same. I'm going to let go and it's going to fall back in. Alrighty, here we have our plantable farm. This is going to be your carrots, potatoes, and your wheat. So, really cool. And you got it all grown here. When you're ready to do it, you just flick the switch there, and the water will push it all down the system into the hoppers, and then the hoppers will all bring it down into these chests here. Very cool automated system. Very rarely do things get stuck here, but they do. Just want to see how many this is. So 2 got stuck. Not a huge deal. And there's just 1 here. But yeah, that be the system, and that's pretty much all of it. So eventually these are all gonna be dropped down into the chests, but obviously take some time. You'll see a lot of items throughout the system that have to be cleared in and through. It takes a little bit of time, but it'll all eventually process into these 2 separate chests. Then go ahead and take your loot from here. Go ahead and grab this, and you can put them in your chest. You can do your rounds, and then you can go to the storage area, which we'll show you guys in a little bit. Drop them in there. Alrighty. You can go plant that all again. Sorry, you have to plant it again manually. Sorry. Alrighty, this is the animal farm. Very cool, small little system. Basically what happens is we get our food here, climb up here, we go ahead and push this button, and they're gonna all start doing this little thing. We just right click, it'll breed them a whole bunch. Get the little hearts everywhere. Get your XP from breeding them. Hearts everywhere, lots of pigs. And basically what's gonna happen is by the end of this, push that off, have a bunch of little baby pigs down at the bottom. Once they grow up, you see there's lava right there right now. Basically what's going to happen is, when they're growing up, they'll be able to actually touch that lava. They'll start burning, they'll die, drop their cooked pork into the hopper system, and be processed up into here. Do the same thing for all of your animals. And they're all just going to do the same exact thing. And you get your babies down there. And you're going to get cooked items from this, which is a really cool thing about the system. Come over here. We breed them all up. Here we go. And all the babies will fall down, and then the adults will stay up there. And then when they die, for example, we'll see here, their items will get popped up into this chest right here. Waiting for it. There we go. And there is that. Alrighty, next over is some more farming district stuff. It's going to be our pumpkin / melon farm, as well as our sugarcane farm. Sugarcane farm is fairly simple. Basically, the sugarcane will grow, and then every minute and a half or so, these blocks will pop out, pushing their items into the droppers here, or hoppers, sorry. You'll see that it is not always 100% efficient, but it is pretty good most of the time. Pretty cool. And the items will all come into here. The one chest for you to collect. This is our melon farming area. This basically can be melon or pumpkin. Basically, they'll grow off the stalk here or here. When that does happen, the power will be able to process through that block into this, powering this off, which will power this piston right here, and pushing the block down, popping them into these hoppers, and eventually coming into this chest in the center here once they're all grown. So I'll show you here real quick how that looks when it does happen. So you'll see, pop it, all of the blocks or items will go into the hoppers, then eventually it'll all be processed up and into the main chest, as shown here. Only got 3 out of that one, I guess. Come here. But you'll see it's pretty good about getting all the items. Now that thing right there will fix once that gets updated, actually, for real. So not a big deal, but it does happen sometimes. Not too often, though. I picked up those items, sorry. But yeah, that is that. Alrighty. Now hopefully by the time we're done with that, the villager will have come to the new spot. If not, not a huge deal. Yeah, he hasn't yet, but he'll come eventually. Alrighty, next up is the storage facilities. Now these storage facilities are very, very, very secure. You'll see here that we've got all these chests here. And they're all empty. Because these are all decoys. These are not the real storage facility chests. To get the real storage facility, you have to come over here, hidden underneath here, and press that button. Open up a staircase right here. This is the only thing that might break between updates, and I will try to keep that updated if at all possible. Another thing is if you guys don't want to come all the way to there and you know your house is secure, I don't know, normally you wouldn't have anyone in here anyway, but you can just place the button right there and it'll also work for you. Okay, come down here and close it up. It'll close it all up here, and even this will come out just so it blocks the pistons. They look ugly. So we can come down here, and now we have a passcode enter thing. So we get a piece of paper here, and we have to write on it a passcode. Passcode at the moment is TechKingGames. So we go ahead and grab that here, and throw it in, and it'll open up. Now you might have noticed something real quick there. Basically, this is the other place in the map where I do use a command block to do something. Only because laziness on my part. This is one of the last things I did, and I got kind of lazy with it. So, this command block that spawns in this middle block here, and deletes it. Sorry. Close button is right here. And there we go. Alrighty, now these are the storage units. They basically, the way they work is, say over here, let's say, actually wait, let me grab my potions here from the system. This is nothing compared to my last one. My last one took like 30-something seconds, 40-something seconds for it to come through. Now it only takes a couple. Alrighty, so let's take our potatoes here. Now, food. There we go. What you do is you put it into here, and it'll all process down and everything, and fall into this chest here. Basically, the way this works is, as this fills up here, basically this will be full, then it'll go into the next chest, which will indicate this light, then it'll indicate the lights in order like that. So that's how that system works. Made by Tango Tech on YouTube. I actually did not put this here, so let's see. Storage units by Tango Tech on YouTube. There we go. He's really cool, so I do like to get some designs from him. Open that up. And there's a close button here. Alrighty. Again, oh, not meant to happen. Open it up here. And we'll head over to the master bedroom. This is one of the last places within the facility, and I do apologize for that. So basically, you can always call a card if you don't have one. And we're off. Notice I didn't really put too much time into this section here, and I'm sorry for that, but didn't really feel a big need. You shouldn't be suffocated to the corners. Yeah, you're not, so you're all good. No big deal. Alrighty, now we're up here. That has never happened before. That's strange. Huh. The reason these are still dirt is because I want to keep the outside look nice. Alrighty, so up here, just a bed. Alrighty, we'll make it daytime, I guess. Alrighty. And we've got our ender chest. Not really much up here. But, you know, whatever. Really fast ride both up and down. Not a huge wait for it. So you just gotta come up here. Alrighty. And we are here. Arrived back at the station. That was quite far. Okay. Enderman! No. No. No, 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 no. Alrighty. Sorry. Alrighty, so now we come back up here. Sorry, I went too fast there. Alrighty. Here we go, and we are pretty much done with the entire house tour. You can press this button here. Come through here. Outside. Those will actually drop down if you wait for it. Now, two things I want to mention. You might see that zombie is actually there. Now, the reason behind that is actually because of the fact that the villager breeding system is built into here. Basically, the way this works is, again, by Tango Tech. Basically, the way this works is villagers will breed right here. Come on. Once they have a baby. Let's just say they have a baby. Alright, if we set the time night. Oh, wait, time set night. This will go off, which will cause these pistons to activate. This one will go off right here. That'll power. Activating those pistons. Oh, crap. Haha. That's why the system hasn't been working. Okay. Alright, so now you know. Now I know. Let's try this one more time here. Kind of showing you guys. I don't know if that spawned a baby or not. Okay, so now we look here. Alrighty. Oh, look, they're breeding by themselves. Alright, so now if we do this here, they'll be pushed into here. And when they're grown up, they'll follow this system. Here, down, and around, and up, and then around again to the system until they find an open chamber, which would be this one right here. This will close back up so that they can do that, and all is well. And that is pretty much the system behind the breeding. So thank you guys so much for watching. Oh wait, I want to mention one more thing, sorry. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy the video, please leave a like and a comment. Definitely download the map if you guys did like it, because I think it's really awesome, in my opinion anyway. It's really cool. Another thing I want to mention real quick is this is where the mob spawner is. It'll pull them from here, up, down, drop them right there. Alrighty guys, thank you guys so much for watching once again, and definitely be sure to download it, check it out, like it, comment it, and subscribe to become part of the royalty today. And yep, thanks so much for watching.